This week in Destiny 2 we've got double Nightfall rewards available to us, so it's one of the best times to jump into Nightfalls and grind for easy exotics, upgrade materials, plus if you're going to be chasing that Nightfall weapon, the PLUG ONE. Well, this week is the perfect time to do some farming for the double loot drops, and today I'm going to check out a fun build so you can rip through the Nightfall quickly and benefit from all that loot. If you're new around here or find this useful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content, and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. Well, from the 1st of June until the 8th of June 2021, we got double Nightfall rewards. So what I would do is jump in this week and farm for materials and exotics. Nightfall this week is the inverted spire found on Nessus, and the best farm for Nightfall rewards is going to be at the Legend 1310 or Master 1340 activity level. This will give you better rewards, so if you're high enough power, I'd recommend jumping into these activities. So to access Nightfalls, you can do it from the Vanguard menu found under Destinations on the Director, and then you can jump in. The Adept and the Hero versions are match-made Nightfalls, but with Legend and Master you have to find your own team, and I would recommend using Bungie's companion app or an LFG website like Destiny Tracker. That's going to help you find a couple of teammates. For me though, the Bungie companion app is best. What you want to do is look under the Fireteam section and then select Nightfalls to find other like-minded Guardians. Well, first up today, let's have a look at the requirements for the Nightfall before you jump in. So let's start off with the champions. So first of all, we've got Unstoppable, and this Nightfall contains Unstoppable champions, which cannot be stopped without an Unstoppable mod. Also, we've got Barrier champions, so this mode contains Barrier champions, again, cannot be stopped without an anti-barrier mod. So looking at the modifiers, we've got Scorched Earth, so enemy throw grenades significantly more often. Then we've got some hero modifiers, so we've got extra shields in hero mode. And we've got modular algorithm, so incoming arc and environmental damage is increased. And then finally we've got the legend and master modifiers, so equipment is locked. You're not going to be able to change your equipment after the activity starts. And that is only on the legend and master difficulty, so make sure you sort out a good loadout before you start. We've also got match games. Enemy shields are highly resistant to all unmatched elemental damage. And we've got chaff, so radar is disabled, that's on master mode, and mob, so this mode contains additional champions, also only on master mode. Well, next up, let's check out a build that's going to help you breeze through that Nightfall nice and quickly. So this one is a Nightfall Titan build, and looking at the champion requirements, we're going to need Unstoppable and anti-barrier mods, and this season got quite a good few choices, but I'm going to go with Unstoppable Grenade Launcher and then use anti-barrier auto rifle mods. Now I'll be using a Void theme for the build. It's going to run through the subclass, the weapons, and also using those Elemental Well mods. So this one is going to be a Titan build, but mainly because I want to take advantage of the Crown Splitter, the very powerful reprised sword added to the world loot pool in Season of the Splicer. If you're a Warlock or a Hunter, then the majority of this build does work, and what you could do is swap out the Crown Splitter for another sword, like Falling Guillotine. Well, first of all then, let's check out the weapons, and for the kinetic weapon I'm using Witherhoard. So this one is an exotic kinetic grenade launcher, and it comes with Primeval's Torment, so projectiles fired by this weapon light the target or nearby area on impact. It also comes with Break the Bank, so blighted targets take more damage over time, and blight the nearby area on death. So this one is going to be really useful with the Unstoppable Grenade Launcher mod found on the seasonal artifact, and the damage over time is great for clearing out smaller enemies, plus you get a good amount of DPS for a direct hit with the Witherhoard. Next up, let's look at the energy weapon. I'm using Gnawing Hunger. So Gnawing Hunger is an energy auto rifle, it's a void weapon, and I also have a roll with Rampage on it too, which comes in handy in the Nightfalls for that extra damage. And for the power weapon, I'm using Crown Splitter. This is a very powerful sword that was returned to us in Season of the Splicer. This is a class-specific sword, so you can only get it on Titans, plus I have a roll with Vorpal Weapon, meaning big damage against bosses. So pair this up with Lucent Blade, the Charge with Light mod, plus Taking Charge or Elemental Charge. So once Charge with Light is active, you're going to get a 15% damage buff to your swords. That's going to come in really handy for taking out enemies and champions in the Nightfall. Next up, let's have a look at the subclass. So for this build, I'm going to be using Coda the Protector, which is Top Tree Void Titan. So first of all, we've got Defensive Strike, so defeat an enemy with this melee ability to create an overshield around you and nearby allies, and Final Blows grant melee energy when the overshield is active. We've got Rallying Force, so melee kills restore health for you and nearby allies, and And also turn the tide so your overshield from defensive strike lasts longer and increases melee damage and reload speed. Then I've got Ward of Dawn, so when super energy is full, create an indestructible dome to protect you and your allies, and passing through the Ward of Dawn grants you and your allies a temporary increase to your weapon damage. So the Ward of Dawn comes in useful here when you get in a tight spot in that Nightfall and you need a bubble or somewhere to hide out. And defensive strike is also good for that overshield generation. Well, next up, let's have a look at the armour. So I do have a couple of decent choices here. And first, it's the Heart of Inmost Light. This is an exotic chest armour that you can get from Zur or a random world drop exotic engram. This one comes with Overflowing Light, so using an ability, Grenade, Melee or Barricade empowers the other two abilities. And empowered means the abilities have faster regen, Melees and Grenades do more damage, and Barricades have more hit points. This works well to buff all abilities, and Grenades are going to be really useful for those elemental wells, plus I'm using Ashes to Assets to help us create super energy. An alternative to Heart of Inmost Light is Stronghold. So Stronghold is a great exotic for Titans, especially if you like to use swords. So this one comes with Clenched Fist, so maximises guard stats on equipped swords, and shots blocked immediately after guarding will heal you. This is great, meaning you can essentially have unlimited guard when you wear these Titan gloves, and this provides protection to you, your teammates, allowing you to run around slicing and chopping your enemies at will. It's pretty tough to pick between the two armour pieces. You know, the benefits that Stronghold gives you with the defence options is great, but the ability regen is really good with Heart of Inmost Light 2. The best thing to do, I reckon, is try out both and see what works for you. If you're running a Hunter or a Warlock, then I would recommend Orpheus Rig for the Hunters, or Nezrak's Sin would work really well for the Warlocks for replacement exotic armour. I would definitely try and keep with the Void theme of the build, and as I mentioned before, you can swap out Crown Splitter for Falling Guillotine. Finally, I want to have a look at the mods. So as I mentioned before, the champions are Anti-Barrier and Unstoppable, so I'm using Anti-Barrier Auto Rifle, that's on the Seasonal Artifact, and the Unstoppable Grenade Launcher, also on the Seasonal Artifact. I'm using Ashes to Assets, that's also on the Seasonal Artifact, so you gain bonus super energy on grenade kills. Then I'm using Elemental Charge to help become charged with light. I'm using Elemental Ordnance, so defeating a combatant with a grenade spawns an Elemental Well, matches your subclass energy type, and I'm using Font of Wisdom, so picking up an Elemental Well that matches your subclass energy type grants you a temporary significant increase to your intellect, improving the recharge rate of your super, and that gives you a plus 50 intellect boost for 30 seconds, so that one's going to really help you boost your super regeneration. I'm also using Sword Reserve, so it increases the amount of sword ammo you can carry, and this one's really good as well, Breach and Clear, so when using a grenade launcher, damaging a boss, damaging a champion, or breaking a combatant's shield reloads your stowed weapons, and causes the combatant to take increased damage for a short duration. This has got to be probably the best mod on the Seasonal Artifact, but do be aware it does take 9 energy to clip it onto your armour. Well, next up, let's check out the build in action, and I have a guide for the Inverted Spire. So although you travel a lot of distance in the Inverted Spire, it is actually quite a short Nightfall and can be done in under 10 minutes, although probably much faster too. So once you start, hop on your Sparrow and speed down to the first area, where you're going to meet some Vex and dispatch them quickly with Witherhoard shots or your sword. So watch out for the Cabal, who's going to be attacking from the rear, trying to get the hop on you while you're busy with the Vex. Make quick work of them and then activate the Vex device and jump over the jumping puzzle. So after you jump over the big ravine, Cabal are going to fly in, and watch out for these snipers. You've also got a champion Colossus to look out for. He's going to be shooting you from a distance, so you use the appropriate weapons and the mods to take him out, and then jump over the ravine again. In the next area, you can attack from above. Again, watch out for the snipers, so they can be a little bit crafty. There are a few champions here, but use your Witherhoard and your auto rifle to take down their defences and make short work of them, and keep your eyes peeled. So keep your eyes peeled for a Barrier Colossus, he can surprise you. So once you've taken everyone out, keep making your way through the Nightfall and you'll soon encounter another Barrier Colossus. So pierce his shields with the Gnawing Hunger or whatever anti-barrier weapons you are using, and continue to jump down that path, watching out for the Cabal with the double swords. So get down to the bottom there, and there's going to be a bunch of Vex plus some other champions. Kill them and then hop on your Sparrow and head out into the open area. Watch out for the Vex and the Cabal here. There's plenty of snipers to watch out for, plus more champions too. And the two that you want to take care of quickly are in the small bases either side of the battlefield. So take them down and then turn on the jumping cannons, jump up, you're going to face another champion, and also another one where you jump down in front of the projection of the big Vex. Well, next you're going to have to defend a little bit, so this is where the Ward of Dawn can come in handy. So lots of Cabal are going to be flying in, landing all over the place, including War Beasts, and they're going to rush you, plus more champions too. Take them out, jump over the ravine, and continue down through the Nightfall. Watch out for the snipers up to your right hand side, and there's also a champion here too, so continue down that path. You face more champions, but make short work of them, and it's time to avoid the drill. So make your way past the drill. You can either run, avoiding that drill bit, or speed past it with the Sparrow, and then jump down towards the boss room, and you should be able to make short work of the boss, given Lucent Blade, Crown Splitter, and also Breach and Clear. So now all you have to do is pick up the loot that's going to rain down on you at the end of the Nightfall. It's a great week to be jumping in for Nightfall farming, and you should be able to get it down to under 10 minutes once you get into the rhythm of the Nightfall, and you can coordinate with your fire team. Well, this build could be useful for other Nightfalls too, so if you're watching when it's another Nightfall, then give this one a try, and hopefully it's going to help you out whether you're using this guide during double Nightfall rewards week, or in the future too. Well, let me know down in the comments what you think of this build, plus let me know what rewards you got. Well, that is it for this guide for the double rewards Nightfall week, and as always, thank you so much for watching. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. If you want to join the community, check out the Discord link in the description, or you can follow me on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks again. See you soon.